Good evening, Miranda. We welcome you all to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development 2026, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat at 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. Today is commemorated as International Week of Solidarity with Peoples of Non-Self-Governing Territories from 25th to 31st May. In the UN Charter, a non-self-governing territory is defined as a territory whose people have not yet attained a full measure of self-government. In 1946, several UN member states identified a number of territories under their administration that were not self-governing and placed them on UN list. Countries administrating non-self-governing territories are called administrating powers. As a result of the decolonization process, over the years, most of the territories were removed from the list. So, Chapter 11 of UN Charter, the declaration regarding the non-self-governing territories provides that member states administering territories which have not attained self-government recognize that the interests of the inhabitants of these territories are paramount and accept as a sacred trust in the obligation to promote their well-being. Furthermore, administering powers, in addition to ensuring the political, economic, social, and educational advancement of the peoples, undertake to assist them in developing self-government and free political institutions. Administrating powers also have an obligation to transmit regularly to the Secretary General information on the economic, social, and educational conditions in the territories under their administration. In later agreement, the UN General Assembly, by its Resolution 54/91 of 6 December 1999, urged the administering powers concerned to take effective measures to safeguard and guarantee the inalienable rights of the people of the non-self-governing territories to their natural resources, including land, and to establish and maintain control over the future development of these resources, and requested the administering powers to take all necessary steps to protect the property rights of the peoples of those territories. It's also urged that all states directly and through their action in the specialized agencies and other organizations of the United Nations system to provide moral and material assistance to the peoples of the non-self-governing territories. Through the same resolution, the General Assembly requested the annual observance of the Week of Solidarity with the people of non-self-governing territories. In 1946, 8 member states, Australia, Belgium, Denmark, France, and Netherlands, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States listed 72 territories under their administration, which they considered to be non-self-governing. 8 became independent before 1959. Transmission of information by the administrating power was discontinued for 21 non-self-governing territories for various reasons. In some cases, such as Greenland, Alaska, and Hawaii, the General Assembly accepted the cessation of information in others. The decision was taken unilaterally by administering the power. In 1963, the General Assembly approved a revision list of 64 territories to which the 1960 Declaration on Decolonization applied. The list included in the two remaining trust territories at the time and now under trust territory of the Pacific Islands. The non-self-governing territories for which information was transmitted under Chapter 11 of the Charter, Article 73E, including the territories administered by Spain, Namibia, then referred to as Southwest Africa, and those non-self-governing territories about which no information has been transmitted, but which the Assembly has deemed to be non-self-governing, namely the territories under Portuguese administration and southern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. The list was further expanded in 1965 to include French Somaliland, now Djibouti, and Oman. The Comoro Islands were included in 1972 and New Caledonia in 1986. From 1960 to 2002, 54 territories attained self-government. At present, there are 17 non-self-governing territories remaining. Today is also commemorated as World Football Day on 25th May every year. The transformative power of football. On 19th May, the UN General Assembly hosts an energetic World Football Day celebration co-organized by Bahrain, Libya, and Tajikistan with support from Austria, Germany, Hungary, Italy, Portugal, and Rwanda, featuring UN leaders and special guest FIFA President Gianni Infantino. The event highlights football's power to unite cultures, empower youth, and advance global solidarity. The program includes powerful speeches, video and messages, and a lively mini tournament on the North Lawn, turning diplomacy into action for peace, inclusion, and the 2030 agenda. So the transformative power of football sports have been instrumental in promoting peace globally and have played a pivotal role in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Football, as a prominent global sport, holds a unique position. Beyond mere recreation, it's a universal language spoken by people of all ages, transcending national, cultural, and socio-economic boundaries. This shared passion fosters a sense of community and national pride. Football's broad appeal and accessibility make a potent tool for promoting health and well-being. It has also served as a vital platform for advancing gender equality and empowering women and girls, both on and off the field. Moreover, football serves as a catalyst for social inclusion, fostering unity, and breaking down barriers between diverse communities. It fosters a space where individuals from various backgrounds converge to promote mutual understanding, tolerance, respect, and solidarity. Today is also commemorated as World Thyroid Day on May 25th to raise awareness about the crucial gland in the body. Thyroid disease is a generic term for medical conditions that do not allow the thyroid gland to produce a sufficient amount of hormones. Several health organizations, physicians, and clinics conduct presentations and educational seminars to mark this holiday. The aim is to create awareness and to get people talking about thyroid conditions and their causes and the available treatment options. World Thyroid Day also educates the public about the thyroid significance in terms of our general wellness. Members of the Thyroid Federation International declared World Thyroid Day in 2007. The date was chosen to honor the birth of European Thyroid Association, ETA, which was formed on May 25th, 1965. The ETA was the pioneer of World Thyroid Day. The American Thyroid Association, ATA, voiced support for the World Thyroid Day in 2010. Other international bodies such as Chinese Society of Nuclear Medicine, CSNM, the Chinese Society of Endocrinology, CSE, and the Asia and Oceania Thyroid Association, AOTA, are supporters of this initiative. The thyroid gland is a tiny gland near the base of the neck. This butterfly-shaped gland generates two hormones, thyroxine and triiodothyronine. Although the thyroid is a small gland, it has significant impact on one cell. The thyroid's principal role is to regulate the body's metabolism. The majority of people equate metabolism with how efficiently you burn calories. However, metabolism has an impact on body temperatures and heart rate. When you have a thyroid condition, it affects your metabolic rate. Thyroid disorders could produce too little or too much thyroxine and triiodothyroid. Thyronine and hypothyroidism is experienced when thyroid does not generate enough of these hormones. This illness usually appears when the thyroid is inflamed or there is an iodine shortage. Iodine is a mineral that is used in the production of thyroid hormones, and hypothyroidism can be caused by Hashimoto's thyroiditis, an autoimmune disorder. Hypothyroidism is left if left untreated can cause brain fog, hair loss, gallstones, constipation, sluggish metabolism, bloating, heartburn, high blood pressure, and dry skin. Anyone who feels like they have a thyroid problem, particularly those with a family history of it, should consult a doctor. Both hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism have numerous therapeutic options. Hyperthyroidism can be permanently treated, can be cured by removing your thyroid through surgery or by eliminating your thyroid through medication. However, if your thyroid is damaged or removed, you will require thyroid hormone replacement therapy for the rest of your life. Thyroid cancer symptoms include a fast growing lump or swelling in the neck, pain in the front areas of the neck, and voice changes or hoarseness. Early diagnosis of thyroid conditions make a major difference. Make regular appointments with your doctor if you feel you are vulnerable to thyroid problems. Your health should be your number one priority. If someone complains about having difficulty or swallowing, it may be time to suggest they consult their doctor regarding thyroid issues. Testing could help them obtain treatment more quickly, and you can even show support accompanying them to the doctor. Even if thyroid dysfunction hasn't directly affected you, chances are you know someone who has been impacted by it. Donate to one of the many research or treatment facilities to play your part in fighting the disease. Today is also commemorated as International Skin Pigmentation Day on May 25th. Aims to increase global awareness of the importance of avoiding and treating the disorder. Uneven skin pigmentation, also known as hyperpigmentation, is a frequent skin problem. Dark spots, also known as age spots or sunspots or dark patches of skin, emerge often on the face, hands, and other regions of the body that are exposed to the sun on a regular basis. Sun exposure, medications, and hormonal changes are most common causes of dark patches. The term hyperpigmentation refers to the patches of the skin that have uneven pigmentation. Hypopigmentation causes the skin to seem uneven by appearing as darkening patches or blotches. Hyperpigmentation is the root of skin diseases such as post-inflammatory hypopigmentation and melasma, and the spots are referred to as age spots or sunspots. The skin disorder has three common types: pigment spots, melasma, and post-inflammatory hypopigmentation. Sun exposure causes Sun exposure causes pigment spots like age spots, sometimes referred to as sunspots. As a result, they are most commonly found on exposed body regions such as neck, face, décolleté, arms, and hands. Smaller dark spots on the skin are common. Melasma, also known as chloasma, is a disorder in which bigger spots of hyperpigmentation appear on the face. Melasma affects both men and women. However, it is more frequent in women and is considered to be driven by hormonal fluctuations. Melasma, also known as the mask of pregnancy, affects 10 to 15% of pregnant women and 10 to 25% of women who use oral contraceptives. When a skin lesion or trauma heals, a flat patch of discoloration remains. This is known as post inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's frequent among acne patients and it also a side effect of cosmetic operations like dermabrasion, laser therapy, and chemical peels. Today is also commemorated as Global Africa Day on May 25th every year of the creation of the Organization of African Unity, formerly known as African Freedom Day and the African Liberation Day. It is a day for Africans and those who love Africa to show the world that the continent is a force to be reckoned and the moment has come for African youngsters to define the Africa they want on their terms, following centuries of being referred to in a negative and degrading manner. Today is also commemorated as National BBQ Week. It takes place from May 25th to 31st. This week main aim is to encourage more people to become BBQ masters as they spend time outdoors and enjoy a meal with their loved ones. This popular American tradition has been given a British twist across BBQ outlets and homes in the UK. Today is also commemorated as African Liberation Day on May 25th, which is an annual celebration of African sovereign rule, independence, and African identity. African states founded the Organization of African Unity and sought collaboration and coexistence with neighboring countries that had also recently driven away by their colonizers. Countries from all over the continent hold this day in high regard as it speaks to their past, present, and future. As nations, African Liberation Day belongs to Africans of all creeds and classes, for they are one nation. Today is also commemorated as Argentina Revolution Day on May 25th. Having been colonized by the Spanish Viceroyalty, Argentina saw many attempts of being conquered by military campaigns under the nations, including French military campaign leader Napoleon Bonaparte. Bonaparte was successful in overthrowing King Ferdinand VII's government, and in the place of Spanish king, he placed his own brother, Joseph Bonaparte, on the throne. This led to a week-long series of revolutions, sometimes referred to as evolutions, by the locals who craved independence from invaders and colonial rulers. Today is also commemorated as cheese rolling Gloucester in UK, also known as Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake, is an annual event that usually held on the day of Spring Bank holiday at Cooper's Hill, Gloucestershire in the UK, United Kingdom. The activity usually occurs on the last Monday in May and takes place on May 25th this year. For the cheese rolling and wake, participants race down Cooper's Hill, which is 200-yard long hill, following the rolling down of a round of double Gloucester cheese. The Gloucestershire cheese rolling was initially a tradition among residents of the local village of Brockworth. However, now people all over the world can take part in the activity. Today is also commemorated as Decoration Day in US on May 25th. Honors the men and women who died while serving the US military. Nowadays, this celebration is known as Memorial Day. It is originated in the years following the Civil War and became an official federal holiday in 1971. Visiting cemeteries or memorials, participating in parades, and holding family gatherings are the most common ways to celebrate this day. There is also commemorated as Sikh Pride Day on May 25th every year. This promotes culture, hobbies, and interest of Sikhs worldwide. Once an niche movement, Sikh culture has gone mainstream thanks to its contribution to popular culture. In recent years, the world has seen increased media based on comic books, novels, role playing games, tabletop games, video games, and even trading card games. Obscure things like cosplaying are now part of everyday life. These things were seen as a childish and sometimes downright shameful in the past, but not anymore. Today is also commemorated as Jordan Independence Day on May 25th. Every year, it is the most important event in the history of Jordan, as it commemorates its independence from the British government. After World War I, the Hashemite army of the Great Arab Revolt took over the area, which is now Jordan. The Hashemites launched the revolt led by Sharif Hussein against the Ottoman Empire. The Allied forces, comprising Britain and France, supported the Great Arab Revolt. Emir Abdullah was the one who negotiated Jordan's independence from the British through a treaty. Though a treaty was signed on March 22nd, 1946, it was 2 years later when Jordan became fully independent. In March 1948, Jordan signed a new treaty in which all restrictions on sovereignty were removed to guarantee Jordan's independence. Jordan joined and became a full member of the United Nations and Arab League in December 1990. There is also commemorated as May Revolution Day on May 25th in Argentina. Commemorates Argentina's revolution and the establishment of a self-governing administration on May 25th, 1810. This is also known as Revolution Day and the National Day. Spanish interaction with Argentina began with the immigration of Spaniards and the establishment of Spanish settlements in the 16th century. However, Spain's colonization of Argentina officially began in 1776 when the Viceroyalty of Rio de la Plata was founded. The revolution resulted in the establishment of Argentina's first independent government on May 25, 1810. Today is also commemorated as National Bath Bomb Day in US. You need to make up an excuse to justify a little bit of me time. We all just need a little bit of pampering. No need of such an excuse. National Bath Bomb Day is all about self-care and relaxation. We are truly lucky to have this unique experience, so fill that up and get ready to soak your stress away. Today is also commemorated as National Brown Bag Day on May 25th. This day is an ode to the unsung hero in our lives that gives us so many benefits. Brown bags have been popularly used in grocery stores and to pack and carry lunches to school or work. They are great as they not only help us save money that we would have otherwise spent on buying lunch, but also encourage us to pack home cooked food, meals, and stay healthy. They truly deserve a day dedicated to them. Today is also commemorated as National Missing Children's Day in US on May 25th to remember the missing children and spread the word about the child abduction. All around the country, various organizations organize events to spread the word about the safety of children. The day serves as a reminder to strengthen our efforts to try to reunite the children who are missing their families and honor all those who are working for the cause. Today is also commemorated as National Sing Out Day on May 25th. We are prepping our vocal cords to celebrate this super fun holiday. It doesn't matter whether you are a professional, just a shower singer, or a pro at karaoke. This day is for everyone to sing loudly and let it all out, pretend the world is your audience and put on a musical show. For them, most importantly, remember to just have fun. Today is also commemorated as National Tap Dance Day on May 25th in US. To honor the art of tap dancing, this dance form incorporates complex rhythmic step combination and an expression of character through sound and body movements. Tap dancing has many styles from clogging to soft shoe, jazz, and many more. And this fun and exciting holiday is also celebrated in other countries apart from US, such as Japan, Australia, India, and Ireland. Today is also commemorated as National VTuber Day on May 25th for appreciating VTubers around the world. A virtual YouTuber, sometimes known as VTuber, is an online performer who employs a computer-generated avatar to capture movement, real-time motion capture technology or software that is commonly employed, though not always. The majority of YouTubers are Japanese and English-speaking live streamers or YouTubers who use avatar designs, a digital craze that began in Japan in the mid-2010s and has become an international internet phenomenon. Today is also commemorated as Towel Day on May 25th. To celebrate author Douglas Adams by his fans, Adams wrote the classic sci-fi novel, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The day was organized in the memory of him after he suffered a sudden heart attack at the age of 49. His fans wanted to find a way to commemorate his life's work, and after having one towel day, its success made it a yearly event. On this day, fans carry towels around everywhere they go. Today, we are celebrating the holiday with a towel wrapped around our necks because we too love Douglas Adams. So, with this, we shall end today's commemorations and celebrations. We thank each and everyone for joining us in today's celebrations and commemorations. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.